Stock number 2, we have ticker symbol PATH, which is Uipath. This is a $35 billion automation software maker, and it just announced news on Friday of filing for an IPO. Now, if you would like me to do a deep dive on this, I'm definitely very interested in this because it does have to do with the healthcare sector as well. It's in several sectors and it has huge revenue growth. It's supposed to be a really great company. Just comment down below that you would like me to do a deep dive on this and what I'm personally going to be doing. But for now, let's talk about the company, about the upcoming IPO, and I will tell you a little bit about what I'm doing. Oh, and there's some great news from Sofi about pre-IPOs that retail investors can get involved in very soon. Uipath, a software maker valued at $35 billion after a funding round this year, filed for an IPO showing revenue increased 81% year over year. The company in a filing Friday listed the size of its IPO as $1 billion, a placeholder that could change when it sets terms for the share sale. The listing will be in the top tier of IPOs in an already record-setting year. Of the 408 companies that have raised a combined total of $141 billion in NYSE since January 1st, only 19 have hit or exceeded $1 billion mark. Uipath specializes in robotic process automation technology, software that helps companies save time and money by automating repetitive manual tasks such as entering data into spreadsheets. It competes with Automation Anywhere Inc., which is backed by SoftBank. So essentially, workers don't have to do monotonous paperwork anymore over and over and over. Instead, robots can do this and it's automated. The company, which started in Romania and is now headquartered in New York, this was 6 years ago, said in December that it is filed confidentially for an IPO. This is really a company that worked its way from the ground up, from being in Romania with about 10 people to now what they are, which is a huge conglomerate, into a multinational business in nearly 30 countries with $580 million in ARR, or annual recurring revenue, generated a net loss of $92 million on revenue of $608 million in the 12 months ending January 31st, compared to a net loss of $520 million on revenue of $336 million a year earlier. So their net loss is narrowing. It burned less cash for the year ended January 31st, disclosing positive operating cash flow of $29 million compared to losing $359 million a year earlier. So that's excellent news. Basically, what they're trying to do is have an end-to-end phase of fully automated enterprises, where what can be automated is automated, enabling every employee to use, create, and benefit from the transformative power of automation to liberate the boundless potential of people. A fully automated enterprise is a digitally transformed enterprise, combining the leading robotic process automation RPA platform with a full suite of capabilities that enables every organization to scale digital business operations at unprecedented speed. So if you just think about this, it is hyper automation, and it is making sure that workers and robots are working together in tandem, and they're doing it in the most efficient and productive way possible. This could be revolutionary for companies moving forward. So you're probably thinking, okay, that's wonderful, that's great, but there's no date on the IPO, and it will probably be too high of a stock price when I invest in it. And that was true up until one day ago when Sofi decided to help out retail investors in a big way. So Sofi is one of the investing apps that I have personally used for over a year now. I absolutely love it. It's a great digital wallet that helps with full shares, partial shares, and crypto. Now, they just announced yesterday that retail investors will be able to buy pre-IPO, and this is revolutionary. Now, they didn't disclose the date, and it's going to be for a select number of IPOs, but I honestly can't wait. This will definitely change my IPO strategy. The IPO shares have historically been set aside for Wall Street's institutional investors or high net worth individuals because you needed at least $50,000 to invest pre-IPO prior to yesterday. Retail traders don't have a way to buy into newly invested companies until those shares begin actually trading on the exchange. By that time, the price has often gapped higher, much higher. Main Street will have access to investing in a way they wouldn't have before. It gives more access so people can build diversified portfolios. SoFi clients who have at least $3,000 in account value will be able to enter the amount of shares they want as a reservation. The app will alert them when it's time to confirm an order. So instead of $50,000, you just need $3,000 or more in the app. Of course, use the link in the description below to get $50 after you invest in the SoFi app. Of course, it helps out the channel a little bit and I would be very grateful. In the same way as cryptocurrency, we disclose to people that these come with a higher degree of risk. So as I was saying, they do use cryptocurrency. I absolutely love SoFi because when I was doing my crypto tutorial, I invested a little bit into crypto and they actually gave me $50 back for it just for investing. So there's bonuses galore. But of course, crypto is very risky. IPOs are very risky. That's why I personally tend to use my risk management and not go into any IPOs. I just wait until the stock goes into its earnings report, at least its first earnings report, and then I decide whether I want to go in or not. But these two pieces of news are absolutely exciting, and if you want to get in on the pre-IPO, I hope that Path will be able to be up for a pre-IPO on SoFi, but if it's not, there's many more IPOs that we're going to discuss on this channel that you will be able to invest in pre-IPO thanks to SoFi. But let's say that Uipath, let's forget about the pre-IPO. What am I going to do about it? As I said, normally for IPOs, I do not invest in them even after a week. I like to see the trends. I like to use chart patterns. I like to make sure that their earnings reports are very good and they have consistent growth year over year. So I'm just going to wait until their next earnings report and then I'm going to decide what to do. Of course, I'll update you. So again, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to use the SoFi link in the description to get your $50. Thank you so much for watching the top 5 stock news of the day. Please leave a like if you found this helpful and of course share with your investor friends. Please let me know if you liked these news articles and what stock you are putting on your watch list. Thank you so much for listening. Please invest more and have fun investing. Save the world while doing it and we'll help you be wealthy. Bye, Ray Winners.